Hi everyone, it's Max here, and today I want to talk about using Amazon Repricer tool, and specifically I'm going to be giving you an honest review on using Profit Protector Pro. And I've used a couple of different repricers, such as the built-in Amazon one, and then I switch over to the Alpha Repricer and now the Profit Protector Pro. And I'm going to be giving you the reason why I chose this particular Amazon Repricer, as well as comparing it to other competitors that I was researching. First, let's talk about who should use these Amazon Repricer. I would say it's for anyone who's literally trying to free up that time, essentially, because as you know that being a business owner, trying to run an e-commerce business, or specifically in this case would be Amazon, is consuming you a lot of time to do everything by yourself. And using these Repricer, with all the AI algorithms, they can determine what price is the best in order for you to win the buy box, and not having to put a lot of effort in every day trying to reprice it manually. So I used to use Amazon Repricer tool and like the default one, and I realized that I missed out on a lot of profits, because every time there's someone who lowers the purchase price or the selling price by, like, let's say a couple of cents to even $1, then you'll be trying to match it, and when they're sold out, Amazon doesn't really reprice you back up to the original price that you set, and instead it just keeps it at a very at the lowest. So it's best for the consumer in this case, but it's not really good for the sellers. And also the other thing to take a note is, even if someone tried to win the price war by like a penny or something, these Repricer tool will still win you the buy box without having to match at the lowest price. The second reason you want to use these Repricer tool is automation, which kind of ties closely to the first one, because if you want to grow your business, if you want to automate everything, eventually you're going to have to outsource some tasks, such as your prep work and everything, and in this case, you're having the software to do these tasks for you. So I would say it's probably best if you have over 200 SKUs, because it's becoming difficult at that point to try to reprice it every 15, maybe an hour every single day of your time. So I've already mentioned the cons of using the Amazon Repricer tool. So what about like other different software like Alpha Repricer? I used to like it because it's quite cheap and it works pretty decent, but their algorithms is not as complex, and I didn't really like it because it feels a bit lacking, and the UI feels a bit outdated. But I mean, it works fine, but compared to the Profit Protector tool, which I'm currently using, you can see that they have all these different pricing strategies that, for instance, in this case, would be a very super aggressive dominator, which tries to win you the most amount of sales. They'll explain it, and you can probably read on the website later as well. But essentially, I would use this for any inventory that I'm trying to get rid of. Maybe it's an excess inventory that's been in there for so long. But most of my sales would actually falls under the aggressive sales generator. So I typically tend to aim for a little bit under, in terms of the profits, trying to squeeze more sales and win more buy box instead. And I know that a lot of people are also using the balance sales as well. And they also have different algorithm here. And again, you can read this later. So because I do use books as well, it's somewhere here. Yeah, so they do have the use book algorithm strategy as well. So another good competitor to the Profit Protector tool would be the Be Cool or something like that. And the reason why I didn't choose that one, even though it's very popular among other YouTubers' recommendation as well as like within the community, is because at the pricing of $50, they will reprice you every 15 minutes, which is equivalent to the Amazon default. Whereas if you're paying like $100, it will try to reprice you as soon as possible. Whereas the Profit Protector Pro just straight up said that it would reprice you whenever possible. So I thought, I'm getting a better bang for buck for some, repricing strategies or repricing tool that does the same thing. So I want to show you this screenshot that I took just over 30 days of using this Profit Protector tool, and you can see that it said here that I'm saving about $92.8, and their subscription only cost, I believe, is right now the price increased by $5, so maybe like 34 USD or something like that. So, after conversion, it'll be a little bit over 40 Canadian dollars. But you can see that I'm actually, in my case, I'm saving a lot of money here. And it was just last month that I started to scale my business. So it's great because all these repricing are done. But with that said, you have to put a lot of work upfront as well, because every time you do your research, which you should be tracking anyway, you should be tracking the buy cost of the product, as well as plugging in the number into the profit calculator in order to get break even. I didn't do it for this one because I think it was my old inventory that I already sold out, and I do it for some of them, but not all of them. For the break even price, I think I only do it to the active SKUs I'm working on right now, and you can see that I'm setting the minimum price as well as the maximum price. So how I determine it's pretty damn simple. I would just look at keeper chart, or like look at the average sales price on over time, and just determine what's the lowest amount price that a buy box has ever been given, and the highest, and I just set it, and it will just run its course. So like I said, a lot of work up front to track and keep everything in place, but once everything is in order, you can set and forget about it. So I think this software or any Repricer software would be more beneficial if you're doing something like a wholesale or replenishable retail online arbitrage, because if you're doing private label for your own listings, and you only have like a very few listings, it's not gonna really make sense in this case at all. Or if you're selling something on clearance that you have like just 2 to 3 items and you never buy them again, it's not really cost effective in that sense. But if you're doing a lot of replenishable like products like I do on beauty and groceries, I think this software could be very beneficial for your Amazon business. So if you like these type of content, please subscribe, and thanks for watching.